Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the bold Hairspring. As usual, it's me Ivan, and today we'll be checking out a couple of Seiko watches, part of the cocktail collection. Well, it's actually the same watch but in two different colors. You know, there are a couple of things Seiko could have done better here, but what I can tell you straight away is that these blue and brown gradient dials look quite special. These watches have been sent to me for a review by relojeria.esparza.com here in Spain. As you may know, they are an authorized dealer of Seiko, Casio, G-Shock and Citizen. At the moment of recording this video, they've got both watches in stock listed at retail, but if you contact them from my behalf, they will give you a very decent discount. You can find their contact info in the description below. As always, let's start with the dimensions. These are essentially dress watches and as such they're very compact. The case diameter is 39.5 millimeters, the lug to lug is 46, the thickness including the box mineral crystal is 11.8, and finally we've got the space between the lugs, which is 20 millimeters. When it comes to the weight, the SRPJ13 comes at about 120 grams with the bracelet unsized, while the SRPJ17 weighs a little over 60 grams with its brown leather strap. On the wrist, both watches wear very nicely, very comfortably, and above all, both look absolutely stunning. The blue dial is definitely my favorite, but I have to admit the brown dial looks very classy as well. However, when it comes to the bracelet of the SRPJ13, it looks fantastic and it's well finished, but it's probably the cheapest bracelet Seiko has ever made. The end links are hollow, which is not new. We've all seen Seiko use hollow end links before. But guys, a pressed metal butterfly clasp? This is something I didn't even know it existed. It's a bit of a shame really, because this watch would have been such an easy buy for me if it came with a well-made bracelet. On the other hand, the leather strap of the brown dial model is pretty good. It's made of calfskin. The stitching is great, it comes with quick release spring bars, and the clasp, it's miles better than the clasp on the bracelet model. Next, let me tell you that the build quality is decent, the case of the watch feels solid, the high polishing looks good, and you even get a signed crown and a screw down exhibition case back through which you can see the Seiko 4R35 movement with its golden rotor. The water resistance is 50 meters, but don't worry, it should survive the occasional champagne spillage. Finally, the box mineral crystal, or shall I say hardlex, looks amazing. It makes for some really nice distortions, but of course, if it were made of sapphire, it would have been much better. Moving on to the dial, here is a closer look of it, and guys, to me these dials are pure perfection. Everything is just so well executed. You get applied logo and indices and a very good looking handset. I especially like when the minute and the second hands extend all the way to the minute track, which is exactly what's happening here. Then, in the case of the blue dial model, the hands, the logo and the indices are silver, while on the brown dial they're rose gold. In my opinion, both combinations look excellent, but as I said earlier, the blue model is my favorite. Both dials are textured and I have no idea how to describe the pattern, besides that it's circular. But anyway, the point is, these dials look gorgeous and they are the biggest reason why you may want to buy one of these. So yes, in my opinion, the good build quality combined with the great design and the beautiful looking dial do compensate for the hardlex crystal and for the disappointing bracelet that comes with the blue dial model. And while 450 euro may be a bit too much for one of these, with a decent discount, you end up paying less than 400, which suddenly starts to sound much more reasonable. Once again, what I'm saying is just my opinion, and it's very much subject to discussion, so let me know whether you agree or disagree with me in the comments below. This is the end of today's video, everyone. It was a bit shorter than usual, but I hope you enjoyed watching it anyway. If you did, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing in case you haven't already, as it's the best way to support the channel. Thank you for stopping by, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.